humans. Yes, welcome back to another exciting episode of Lament. Today I will be delving deep into what can only be described as its verbatim title, TikToks, but they're actually funny. I have my doubts. Although maybe with my current state of inebriation, maybe TikToks might actually be actually funny, actually. But you know what? I seem to mention that this video is sponsored by Skillshare. Yeah, that's right. It's this part's video. Now, I was actually going through some Skillshare videos before I actually started this video. I was running through some music production videos, and it's very in-depth. In fact, there's almost everything involved with music creation, from learning how to play the instrument to actually recording it to mixing it, all on Skillshare. Me personally, I actually learned how to create more authentic sounding trap music that I actually applied to my recent cover, E-Girls Are Ruining My Life. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creative people. Explore new skills, develop current interests, and just get lost in creativity. Creative challenges and productivity classes can be a great way to help you structure your time, because we all know we have a lot of that these days. It can basically help you set up achievable goals. At a time when so many important conversations are happening in the world, your voice is more essential than ever. Explore these classes to unlock your skills for social good. Basically, Skillshare has a membership that has meaning. Connect with the support of fellow creatives and enter a community of encouragement. Communication, and inspiration. Look, you could just use this to fend off boredom, okay? You don't really need anything particularly deep or meaningful to justify getting a Skillshare membership. You could use it to focus on self-care, or ignite some creativity, or just join a similarly creative community. Either way, Skillshare is the place to keep you learning. Now, what can I offer you? Whenever it comes to Skillshare, what is the perk that I can offer for having it on my channel today? Well, the first 1,000 people to use the link in my description will get a free trial of Skillshare's premium membership. And after that, it's only about $10 a month. So hurry, click the link and see if you're one of the lucky 1,000 people to get a free trial membership of Skillshare. Who knows, you might discover something you didn't even know you were interested in. And without further ado, let's head into the TikTok hell.
Dude, did you mean to put that on your story? Did you mean to put that on your story? Did you mean to put that on your Snap story?
Dude, what the f? What?
Did you put that on your story?
What is it, Maggie?
Dude, did you mean to put that on your story?
Huh?
Did you mean to put that on your story?
That's mean. That's really mean. I'm always really worried about people doing stuff like that. People have done stuff like this to me before. Because obviously I'm on my phone a lot. Not only that, but like almost everything I post gets tens of thousands of views. Like, I think my Instagram stories get like, what, 15, 16,000 views or something like that. So a lot of people would see it, and a lot of circles would pick it to pieces and share it everywhere. So I'm always really worried about that kind of stuff happening to me. So that's really mean. I'm gonna be obviously like vigilant of it now because I've talked about it.
What?
Did you mean to put that on your story?
What?
Did you mean to put that on your Snapchat story?
What? You don't need.
I love seeing people's faces melt away from just like jovial to, oh my god, what did I put in? Oh, they're wearing a Billie Eilish t-shirt. I think Billie Eilish is cute in like a little sister kind of way. I kind of like want to take her out to get cheeseburgers or something. Maybe go to the park, feed the pigeons, push her on the swing.
So you're telling me that I bought this big ass? Damián! Ven aquí.
The positions she's assuming here.
Párate ahí.
What I do?
Párate ahí. Párate ahí, mirando a la cámara.
What I do? I didn't do nothing. What? I didn't touch shit. What am I f***ing... What I mean I didn't touch shit? How about that?
Who touched it then?
Not me.
Don't play with
I don't give a f***. Not me.
You don't
Apples, I get it. I get apples.
No.
But this
I'm laughing because this is so incredibly relatable.
No. Aquí nadie come Nutella más que tú y yo.
Brother.
Esto estaba entero, cabrón. Entero, hijo de puta.
Mali, no fui yo.
¡Cabrón!
¡Cabrona! No fui yo! No fui fucking yo! No fui yo!
That's very relatable. I think Pixar need to use that as a reference for whatever the hell they could use that as a reference for.
You touched a couple of them. You didn't eat them, you just touched them?
I just touched them, bro.
And you just kept them there?
Yeah.
We in the middle of a panoramic and you doing shit like that?
We're in the middle of a panoramic.
Want to know where your math level is? Here's 12 questions by grade level to see where your math level is. All these questions can be done mentally, but you don't have to, and you can pause at any time you like. Ready? What's 4 plus 4? What's 25 minus 8? What's 12?
I mean, people, people are like that now. They don't need to know this kind of stuff. Like, even people who need this kind of stuff for their jobs don't even need that stuff anymore. Do you know what? Millennials had this too. I had this. Because I was in school before smartphones were like really a thing. And having those little like tiny Siemens, we had Siemens phones, like the 67, whatever. But there was also like the Nokia. Not a lot of kids had those. They weren't like ubiquitous like they are now, where everyone has to have a smartphone. And there was that running thing that every math teacher would say, which is like, you're not always going to have a calculator on you, so you need to know this stuff. Well, now you will always have a calculator with you. If it's not your phone, it's your laptop. If it's not your laptop, it's your iPad. If it's not your iPad, it's the computer, whether it's at home or at work. You will always have a calculator. You don't need to know math that well anymore. The only reason why you would need to know math is if you are going to be pursuing it on a higher educational level, specifically higher level mathematics or physics. But for basic mathematics like that, you really don't need it, and it really shows.
Even though you don't deserve me. So today I'm going to the supermarket. There's no more tortillas. And I really need my quesadillas. Now there is a snowstorm outside. But has that ever stopped me from extravaganza? Not in this life. Whoa! There's no privacy in this house.
It's like an SNL skit. Commitment to the bit. Hits the car in Spanish. You know what? No, this is actually kind of funny. This stuff is funny. Are you making this funny? When Dad sees you working out.
Why is his door always closed? What's he doing in there? You good? Ha! You know, I love to see it, but let me tell you, that was nothing compared to me back in my day.
Yeah.
You want to test that out? Oh, really? You want to go wrestle right now?
Well, I mean, that's where the similarities end. America has like this normalization of wrestling. We don't have wrestling as a sport, as a high school sport. We don't have that at all. We have professional wrestling, like the pageantry and the masks and the resurrections, and you can't see them. But we don't have junior wrestling or whatever you guys call it. We don't have that. We think it's really bizarre that you do. But what I will say, what is relatable is the fact that my dad actually did get me a weight bench, which is probably why I turned out the way I did. But my dad got me a weight bench for my room. It barely fit, but it was like a bench with the thing, and there was a barbell, and you could do the thing. It made me very popular in school. Popular enough. It made me, I put on enough mass where like even like the popular kids, like the assholes, didn't mess with me. They kind of had a bit of respect, which was kind of nice.
No, I'm sick of you. Give it. I'm sick of you drinking all the milk. No, enough. None of the tantrums, please. Put that one in there. Hey, what are you doing? Stop burning the house down. Stop it.
I like that. I want one of those. Where did you get one of those? Do you get? Are they at the animal sanctuaries?
I was like, can you add sliced pickles? He's like, I'm sorry, man, we can't do that. And I was like, I look at him and I was like, okay, can I get a side of pickles? He's like, unfortunately, no. And I was like, but he put them on anyway. What a guy.
The fact that that was in a TikToks, but they're actually funny, a compilation, which has millions of views, by the way, over 1 million views. The fact that that was considered a good TikTok, that was good content, means that we are in a dire situation with these lockdowns. We need help here, okay? That should never be considered entertainment. Ever.
My favorite trick to play on customers.
625, but something wrong with this Coke, though. Yeah, man, there's something wrong with it. Go ahead, go grab yourself another one. Are you serious, bro? Here's your money. Appreciate you, my guy. Thank you, Aki. Play
This is good. Good one. I mean, you must get bored, right? Especially now.
They're shooting a movie here in Inwood Bar and Grill. So I'm gonna pretend that I'm part of the movie and get a free water. ¿Esto es por la gente de la película? No. Okay, yo estoy en la película, gracias. Bro, I'm telling you, all you gotta do is carry your water. To be part of the movie, you just gotta carry your water. Look, and I got a script. How you gonna tell me I'm not part of the movie? First Inwood Bar and Grill, now Casa de Mofongo. What is this movie about? How much hookah gets smoked here? What is this movie about?
Yeah, do you know what? Yeah, because I've been to enough conventions now where one of the biggest running tropes is the fact that there's water everywhere. And you can usually tell a member of staff because they have water. For some reason, there's just copious amounts of water. Don't they know that British teens don't drink water? Why are you carrying water everywhere? Americans, I will give you, you guys are hydrated. You are. There seems to be an importance over there. Dental hygiene and water. Hygiene and hydration. You guys got it covered. But there are people over here, and I'm sure they're Americans too, but I don't actually know anyone who drinks water. Because there are so many alternatives, right? There's like, you know, diet this and full flavor that and ultra this. There's all sorts of drinks with like power-ups. You know, like high caffeinated. And they're all tasty too. And they all got that fizzly pop on them. Fizzly pop. And then you drink the fizzly pop and it makes you feel good. I remember meeting, I had this friend called Reese. And he was the first person I met when I was very young. Because we went to the same school and we were like very young, hanging out together. And he was the first person I met who had like this violent aversion to water. He hated it. He could not stand drinking water. And the first time I heard it, I was just like, what? That's not saying that you hate breathing because it sucks. But yeah, people just don't drink water. In fact, it's not the fact that people don't drink water. It's because it's the fact that people hate water. Because their parents didn't make them drink it. They sure as hell weren't going to drink it because no one's told them to drink it. But it's very, very important that you drink it. And here's the thing. Every single time, right? And I've seen this happen before. People hear like, drink water, stay hydrated. People will then go get like a Diet Coke or like juice or something. It's like, no, water. It's different. You can't like drink concentrated juice or like dilutable like sugared juice or a Diet Coke or a Monster Ultra. Water, you have to drink it. It's different. It is different. It does different things for you than all those other drinks. Yes, they are all wet, right? They are also wet. Like water is. But when people say drink water, it has these benefits. They mean actual water, not just stuff that you can like drink. Like milk. Trust me, from someone who has delved very deeply into the whole bodybuilding fitness world thing, and I've been part of it for 10 years. I've obsessed over it. I've deeply looked at nutrition and macronutrients and counting macros, protein, carbohydrate, and fats, getting my levels right and getting my meals right, my water intake and my carb intake, carb cycling, depending on what workouts I've done during the week. For someone who knows all this stuff and has delved into all this stuff and is knowledgeable of all this stuff, trust me when I say you have to drink water. You can't substitute it. You can't. Get used to the taste or the lack thereof. I can't stress this enough. And I'm out of wine. Drink water. There we go. There's my water for the day. Feeling so hydrated. Got like lots of energy.
I want to know something from your childhood that you thought was okay, but now realize is really, really bad.
I'm a millennial, man. I'm a millennial. Try watching a show from the early 2000s and try and find anything that was okay with any of those shows. Watch Scrubs or Friends or How I Met Your Mother or some of the early episodes of The Big Bang Theory. There are so many there's so many shows. even before that, from my childhood that are not cool. So not cool. And I still love watching the shows. I love Scrubs, and I'm actually rewatching Scrubs at the moment. But now, because we live in a very woke, leftist, liberal world, you're now very aware of all this kind of stuff. So whenever you're watching Scrubs back and you see Sarah Chalk sitting there dressed up like Turk, and you go, ooh, or some of the language that they use, or some of the gender politics that goes on, it's just, it's not cool. Do you know what? I still love the show. It was the product of its time. It wasn't trying to be progressive. It was just trying to make people laugh.
Feeding my hippo cheese.
You don't have a hippo. There's no way you have a hippo. You don't have a hippo. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you sit back, relax, and enjoy your flight. And also remember, turn your airplane mode on. I'm not playing games today. Thank you.
Damn, he not playing games today. Airplane mode on. I am not turning that shit on. It does not do anything, bro. Oh shit, yo. Oh shit, yo, turn on. What the
Airplane mode, what the Who the was that? Who the
I mean, it's Gen Z's rehashing millennial jokes, but that's very true. I've always wondered why. Maybe the concentration of so many phones connected to 4G. Maybe if everyone's phone was connected and they were just browsing and scrolling, maybe that could possibly affect the navigational systems on aeroplanes. That's a lot of trust to put in the general public, who have clearly shown over the last year cannot be trusted.
Oh my god, is it 6:30? I meant to get up like an hour ago.
I'm still trying to sleep for a little bit.
Oh, so sorry. Do you have a charger? I don't think it's in this bag.
Do you have one anywhere else?
No, there's nothing in this bag.
I'm just gonna go check outside. I'll be so quiet.
Oh my god. Morning, Miss Stevens. Do you have a charger? Like a charger.
Is there maybe one in your closet?
You know what? That's not relatable, but I was the morning person at a sleepover. Because my friends, and this is probably why they all became taller than I was. Seriously, I remember being 15 years old and all my friends were 6'2", and I was still only 5'8", and I was waiting for my growth spurt, and I only grew a further 2 freaking inches, and that sucked. But whenever we had sleepovers, I was always the first one to get up because everyone would sleep, and they would sleep. And they would sleep well into the afternoon. It would be like 2, 3 in the afternoon, and they were still sleeping. They only ever got up because I went in to wake them up. Because I'm like, this is ridiculous. We're like, we have stuff to do today. I want to hang out. You have to go home at a certain time. Daylight will only last a certain amount of time. And when I went in to wake them up, they were still like so, it was almost as if I woke them up in the middle of the night. Like they were still super tired. I'm like, how are you sleeping this long? I've never had a phase in my life where I have slept more than 9 hours. Ever. Even when I was a teenager. Now I only sleep about 5. But Kai is the same. She'll go to bed before me and wake up hours after me because I hate sleeping. I hate going to bed. The feeling I have when I wake up in the morning is that I have woken myself up because I'm like, oh, it's morning, yeah! And I wake up and I'm like, yeah! I don't have to sleep anymore.
Thank you for choosing Starbucks. How you doing today?
Oh, can I get a caramel brulee frappuccino, please?
Caramel brulee frappuccino. Right, so one frappuccino will be $5.36.
Hey, f***ing nailed it. Let's f***ing go.
You can order stuff with your car now? What has been happening in the world? So many things have happened, and I'm just like baffled by this stuff. It's happening. It's happening. I'm hitting 30 and now it's finally happening. Anyway, guys, I'm going to call it there. Thank you so much for tuning in for another video. I had a great day today because I made it a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.